Hello, my darlings. Welcome to War 11. I can't speak. We're coming to the end of this, quite frankly, shite season against Legion. Yeah, more about them in a minute. Today we've got Cassie once more, Jabari, and we bring Ironheart back in for a couple of good fights as well. To demonstrate my noobness, we're going Path 9 all the way, except for Nick. Skipping the mini shared islands completely, straight to Boss Island. We're taking all of the right side and Wong boss. So nice, we took out Sasquatch nice and early. Done this fight millions of times, so that my teammate could get to Nick and open me up for the rest of my jolly. As I said, seen this plenty of times, so whilst we get into that and watch it mind-numbingly, Legion, who have always been solid opponents in the past, at least since my entire T1 war experience. They've been always, pretty solid, but I believe they're disbanding, and they didn't put up much of a fight today. Essentially have given us a bit of a freebie, as long as we don't completely shit the bed as well. But so far as I speak, we are probably about halfway done, and things are going well, so as long as there's nothing catastrophic, we should hopefully be on to a good result, which we'll come to later. Again, we've seen this many times before. Very easy fight, very simple. Just get Sasquatch to Wrath with plenty of stings on. 22 is good enough, and just watch him kill himself. He was a little bit more aggressive at the start of the fight than usual, which just shifted timings of everything, because I do everything pretty much the same routine by this point. I think after this bit it did just mean I hit him more than usual in Incinerate phase, which just meant I took more damage than usual, which was annoying. Cost me a potion or two, but that's fine. It's otherwise extremely clean and nothing to worry about. So on to day 2. Nick is down. We come to Void on node 27 for another Jabari fest. I've got huge boosts on because I just wanted to get the Boss Island fights were new ones to me, so I just wanted to make double sure of everything. And yeah, so we're going to be hitting Void extra hard. Very easy fight again, done it many times. Yeah, Jabari's just perfect for it, really. Nothing more to say. Again, deep wounds are on. They hadn't really come off since last war, to be honest. Which, as nice as it is, meant that any other content I've been doing that needed Mystic Dispersion, I couldn't be bothered to switch it up. So I have been sort of waiting for this war to be over, because I couldn't be bothered to spend unnecessary units. The downside about Jabari only cleansing one thing at a time is, if anything, it does make it possible for the occasional debuff to slip through, like it did here. So yeah, I do take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. I'm really not worried about any aspect of this fight. And Void exsanguinates, and he is sleeping on the floor, never to be seen again. Ebony Moore on 36. It's a straightforward fight-ish. I always am a little bit hesitant with Moore because I've got a horrendous track record of him not playing nicely. I have died to him with Cassie more than once, I think. At least once, I remember. It still scarred me. Yeah, his AI can just be horrible, so I just needed the start to go very cleanly, and he was very cooperative in the middle when I charged heavy, which is not something I normally do. Mistimed my dash there and got caught. That's okay. As of this point, now getting taunt on, I do have the fight under control, so that's good. Yeah, depending on how the opening 30 seconds of the fight against Moore can go, in my experience, can really dictate if you are, for starters, going to get through it alive at all, or at least whether you're going to solo cleanly or not. So yeah, as I said, we've got things under control here, and nothing really to worry about from this point. I am bleeding quite heavily, but that's okay. It's not going to kill me. So, nearly finished here. Moore is being a well-behaved little squid, and I think the stings from this one end the fight. Yep, there we go. And we can move on to the boss island, which I proudly assigned myself. We're going for, we've got Havok here on 47. With Ironheart, we've activated the Rupture pre-fight. He's obviously Incinerate immune. Obviously, I've only used her once so far this season. She's a new champ to me. I've seen plenty of videos. She's extremely straightforward to use, especially as far as his tactics are concerned. But I think just working out routines and stuff is something I could definitely refine. For me, it's just going to be a case of keeping debuffs on him, push him to special 2. Ideally, doesn't really matter, they're just easier to dex. Throw a heavy occasionally to get rid of prowess if I so fancy. If he does throw a special 3, I've got an invulnerability boost anyway. Yeah, I think my game plan was to obviously get plenty of debuffs on, fire a special 1 to pause them, and then build my way back up to special 2. But both of the special 2s I throw in this fight, I've probably badly managed the fight, as which the ruptures have mostly all fallen off. Here we go, I'm going to throw it with 4 active, which is wonderful. Better than nothing. But yeah, I can probably improve my game for this, but most importantly, I'm not taking an ounce of damage, and I'm getting permanent willpower healing as well from the plasma debuffs. So that's nice. He's quite a tanky bastard. I've seen a lot of videos recently. My dear friends Oakley and Trevor, just to give them a shout out with their juicy 7-star rank 3s. So from watching plenty of their fights, I'm definitely seeing a difference between using a chunky 7-star versus a 6-star. Even though mine's ascended, but once you get to the realms of a rank 3-7, you can't really compare. Obviously Falter's on me. I don't need to worry about that at all, because I've pretty much got permanent uptime on the hill block, which, as far as the tactic is concerned, means I can't miss. The only danger now is that I am extremely bored of this fight and falling asleep. And so if I fall asleep, he'll hit me lots and I'll probably die. And we don't want that to happen. Fortunately, we don't fall asleep, and we can move on to Dragonman on 49. Back with Incinerate mode on. I had to kind of double check things here. I wasn't sure if it resets by default to Incinerate, which it does, FYI and all that. I still had my invulnerability boost active by about 10 seconds, and I was confident I wouldn't really need anything else here. Obviously with Incinerate I can parry him, permanent uptime on those near enough, which is, yeah, it's a very safe fight. I'm not worried about his power gain at all. Again, I do have the invulnerability active if he gets to special 3. I don't expect him to. This fight is going a lot cleaner, or a lot quicker rather, than the Havok fight. Can't get much cleaner than the Havok fight. One thing I was wondering about, I was obviously trying to block his special 1 to get the ineptitude debuff on me, which is another nice source of healing, but against robots as part of Ironheart's kit, I did have an ouch there. If they've got the tracking debuffs on, which he does, they get minus 100% ability accuracy when I block them, so I guess hitting my block with debuffs active meant he wasn't going to place anything worrying for me. Really nice, satisfying fight, and we can move on finally to yet another Wong boss. It's quite cool to be the majority boss killer this season. It's not normally me, but yeah, when there's an opportunity for Cassie, there is no better. Maybe Electra, but that's for a separate conversation. I had to spend quite a few units on getting another couple of invulnerability boosts today. Ultimately I didn't really need this one, but safe than sorry. I'd be blushing hard if I turned out to need it in this fight. Usual bollocks, dash back a bit, get some pim charges, push him to the wall solely by hitting block, bait him into hit me, which he didn't want to do there, so I took a gamble and ejected early, and paid off, got some stings on him, and now we can play the game. I usually manage to get sort of around 14 to 18 stings on by the time I can throw the first special one. Chickened out of throwing another heavy there, decided to replenish some fuel, so 14 is a good start, and we're just going to build on them from there and keep as long uptime on them as possible. I dashed back there expecting to hit him with basics, but then I realised his Eldritch Energy was about over 90 and I didn't want to risk the burst damage, so I very quickly, while it was still safe, converted to throwing a heavy into special one. So that was good, thinking on my feet and all that. Yeah, this is going very smoothly. And we are heading towards, I'm already thinking big of the nice 0 damage taken screen, which is always a really nice cherry on the cake. I think it's a cherry. Is it a cherry? I thought he was going to go for me there, and I started my heavy far too early, took the rest of the special one on the block, which caused me to take some damage, which I'm really, really sad about, because that cost me my perfect score. Never mind. So this is our current score so far. Things are looking good, as I said. Yeah, grateful that we got a freebie this war. I'll see you at the finale. Bye!